Hey guys, we are going to get started on Unit 1, Lesson 7. Okay, and we're going to be talking about interpreting slopes and intercepts. So, we're going to look first at this problem. The graph shows the weights of dogs and the time it took for the same dogs to complete an agility course in seconds. So, which shows the line of best fit for the data. So all we are looking for is which line goes through the data the best, I guess is what we need to say. So as we look right here, we see this one goes straight up and it's not following the line of data. Okay, so I can mark that one out. That's not an option. Okay, we see that this one goes through several of the points. It goes through this point and this point, but it's not following these. It's more below the set of data. It's not showing the trend very well there. And this one, it's going through two of the points, but it's going above all of the data. So it's not giving us a good representation. Okay, so this one would be our best choice because it's going through several of the points, but it's a good representation of the data. It's going through the middle of all of those points. So I'm going to choose C there. Okay, let's look at our next one. What is the equation of the trend line? So when we're looking for an equation of a line, we always have our slope-intercept form. And when we have our slope-intercept form, we're looking for two things. We're looking for the m, which is the slope, and we're looking for the b, which is our y-intercept. So our y-intercept is where it intercepts the y-axis, which is right here. Okay, and I can see that my line crosses the y-axis right here at 110. So I'm going to rewrite this. Y equals the slope, we're still looking for that, x plus, and then we've replaced b with 110 because we know that that is the y-intercept. Okay, so I'm going to look on my graph and I'm going to see where I can find the slope. So I've got a point here at my y-intercept and I'm going to look, look right here. It crosses my lines, my grid lines, pretty easily there. So I'm going to look and I'm going to find the slope. Remember, slope is rise over run. So I'm going to rise. I'm going down here. I'm going down 10, 20. So I've got 20. And since I went down, that's negative. And now I'm going to run. I'm going to run 10. Okay, because I'm looking down here. And it says that I ran over 10. So I could put negative 20 over 10 right here, but I'm actually going to simplify that. I can divide both of these by 10, and I get negative 2 over 1, or just negative 2. And so now I have the equation of that trend line. Y equals negative 2x plus 110. Okay, let's look at this one. This is my equation, y equals 5x plus 120. What does the number 120 in the equation mean in this context? So I'm looking at the number of customers, okay, and this is average of the customers and time in months. Okay, so the 120 here is the y-intercept, Okay, and when we are looking at that y-intercept, okay, this is the average nightly customers. Okay, and then this 120 months, okay, that should be 120 months since the restaurant opened. Okay, so we found the 120 here, that y-intercept. So then we're going to look here. An employee compiled sales data for a company once each month. The scatter plot below shows the sales in multiples of $1,000 for the company over time in months. The equation represents the linear model for this data. According to the model, how much do the company's sales increase per month? So if we look here, this 43 is the multiples of 1,000, so it would actually be 43,000 is how much they started with, okay, at 0 months. So in 1 month, okay, in 1 month, okay, if we look right here, it would increase 3.4 thousand, okay, or we could rewrite this 3,400, and we get that from the slope. When it says per right here, that per means the multiple. Usually that's going to be your slope. That's one of those words I pick out that means slope. Okay, so we're going to look at this last one down here. The scatter plot shows the systolic blood pressure of people of several different ages. The equation represents the linear model for this data. So we've got y equals x plus 95. I tried to write the slope-intercept form there. Okay. So according to the model, what is the systolic blood pressure of someone who is 18 years old? So if we look at our graph, we can kind of come over here and do 18 and go up. And you look and it's about 115, but I can find out just by plugging in 18. So then I'm going to add 18 and 95. So if I add 5, it would make 100, and there's 13 left, so it would be 113. So this one, the answer would be 113. So I hope this helps with Unit 1, Lesson 7.